What is going on, Penny boys and gals, and welcome to another PBU Live. This is a special one. I'm here with Nikki and Prime Patrick as always, but we also have Amma Jamma. How are we doing, Amy?
What's up, everybody? I'm doing well. Sorry about the delay, everybody. It was my fault. I haven't been on StreamYard for a while.
No
Technical issues.
worries, no worries. So we are here to talk about PBU Live and, of course, day trading. That's why we have Amma Jamma on here. She's our day trading expert, as well as crypto. She actually basically is our expert as far as all things goes. But as far as this stream goes, we will be talking about just some day trading tips and tricks. What's going on, Mark G? We got a whole bunch of make some breads in the chat. Make sure to comment hashtag make some bread to get into our giveaway. But first, before we get into the day trading, we're gonna be talking about our PBU University Live, and as far as the homework goes, so GC, Missy NM, Banana, Jake B33, B Rich, Ghost, Kickin' Ass, and DWR. You were all the participants for homework number 3, so you all got into the extra entries into the giveaway. And GC, Missy NM, Ghost, and Jake B for homework 4, you got 100%. So also, congratulations, extra points for the giveaway. And we're just going to quickly go over some questions from the homework, and then we're going to go over our day trading. And I know Prime Patrick and OG Nikki, I know you've been in PBU. You're the alumni, and you've been through it all, just like all our members going through it right now. So I just want to get your takes as well as Amy's takes on some of these questions that the members had. So our first question is, why did you start trading and when? And Missy NM was talking about passive income. Banana was saying that they like the action, enjoy the roller coaster of emotions, and sometimes they find themselves dancing around the room. And Jake B33 said that he started trading in 2020, bought on the dip in March 18th, and then he didn't have any idea how that trading was actually hard. Bought some big name stocks, thought that they would do well in the future, watched them go up in price, and then sold them for profit and thought, oh, this is super easy. Boy, were they wrong, they said. So let's just talk about that. So passive income, the roller coaster of emotions, and then just kind of realizing how hard trading actually can be. I'm going to start with you, Patrick. What was your reason for getting into trading, and was it any of these reasons, wanting passive income, just liking the thrill, the degen ride, or maybe just you maybe made a few wins and thought it was easy?
I'd say all of those and above in the exact order. Getting in for passive income because I was a little bored during COVID. I've been trading for much longer than that, but that's when I started getting serious. And then I started doing well because everybody was during that time and crushing it. I was so pumped. I got hooked on that adrenaline. I was always super excited about it. Thought I was doing super, super well with it, and then realized I'm not as smart as I thought I was. So literally everything that they just said in that order, you learn every day. That's why I love this.
That's literally, that was me too. I was like, I want passive income. Like, oh, like I made a few trades, that was easy. And then I just realized like, oh, like, and honestly, I think that is necessary to have that big loss in order to be a successful trader. Nikki, I'm going to bring it over to you. As far as just getting into trading, do you relate to any of the members' answers there? And what did you find was a way to help you out of some of those, once you realize, oh, this isn't easy, what did you do next?
Well, I got into trading literally around COVID, and Doug, like I thought that I was like the most amazing natural born trader because it was so easy during that time. I had no idea that I was like learning how to trade in the most upward market in a long time. And so I had to have the big loss you're talking about to humble myself. And, Patrick knows me well enough to know I do appreciate a little bit of degen trading, and I didn't choose that life like it chose me. Okay. But
I think we all have a bit of a degen in us here.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. I think we all do.
Amy's like, nope,
Sure.
nope.
I think that, you study hard, you work your plan very hard. And if you want to act a fool with a tiny bit of your profits, then you've earned that as part of your fun and learning how to do all of this. It's not something that I do thinking this is what's going to double my whole account. I never go all in or anything crazy like that. But I just really found the more I learned about trading, the more I loved learning it and doing it. And it has never been boring. Sure, there's frustrations. Sure, there's hard times, but even like then I've never thought I want to quit or this isn't for me or anything like that. I've thought I'm going to do things differently next time. And I've learned a lot of trial by error, and you just keep going. And that's part of the fun, especially if you can come back from something catastrophic, which anybody can.
Oh, yeah.
If you really put your nose to the grindstone and you are going to learn to be okay with some small wins so that you can get to the bigger stuff later.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
It's a
Missy and
journey.
it definitely is. Missy and M was talking about the passive income, and then Jake B was talking about, thinking it was easy from those, the first few big wins. I know for those who got into trading during COVID, after the dip when everything was going up, you pretty much could have bought any stock and made money, and it was almost in theory easy. I know this is a whole different market, and I know back then we taught different ways to get into the market. Like we know it's going up, but manage your emotions. Now the market's going down. Amy, I know you've been through a whole bunch of different bear and bull markets. As far as this one goes for a new trader, because it is different, getting into a bull market as a new trader versus a bear market. What would you recommend? Because back in the day, everyone was like, oh, the S&P always goes up. You just put money into Facebook, into Google, but now even those stocks are volatile. So what would you do as far as a new trader just getting into this type of market goes?
Slow down. That's first step and foremost. And I know that sounds crazy from a day trader. We have to jump into the alert really quickly, which is a much different ball game. The in and out, the day trading, we're not exposing ourselves to the market sentiment. We're playing the charts strictly. That's what I like. But as far as long-term trading, slow down. If you have a small account and you're investing 10% of your account into a first buy in this market, which has clearly been a bear market all year, we've been downtrending all year, and you expose yourself. You literally, you blow your whole cash wad that first buy, and then you're stressing out and you're freaking out because you're 3, 4, 5% down on a trade a couple days later, and you sell panic. So because you didn't, now I'm not even talking about drop down method and these type of complex, I'm just talking slow down. What you want to invest a quarter of that on your trade. Like literally so many traders are so quick to, and in the Discord too, the biggest thing I see, especially in the swing trading, I know this is day trading, but in the swing trading will be red. Should I add a buy? It could be something Lee, Mr. SLP had put out 2 days later, and everybody, there's this influx of should we add? What are we doing with this trade? Slow down. The emotions take hold and you screw yourself.
I know, Pat, you have your prime confessionals on Facebook talking. Probably, I know that you've not done the slow down as many times as I probably have, and seen your account do that roller coaster. What do you suggest to people who are on the roller coaster ride, either on the way up or the way down, as far as the psychology goes?
I mean, Amy said it just right off the bat by saying slow down. But for me, honestly, truly, the biggest thing was to slow down, stay humble when you're up, and stay forgiving when you're down. Many times when I was down, and guys, I used to be down a lot. I used to make some very foolish moves until Amy saved my butt. When I was up, I wouldn't get humble. I would be cocky. I thought I was a genius, and the market would humble me on purpose. And on the flip side, when I was doing poorly, I would not forgive myself. I would beat myself up, and those are the same thing, just on different sides of the coin. It would force me into FOMO plays, and it's slowing down, staying humble, forgiving yourself, and allowing yourself to make a couple of mistakes.
And I know, we were talking about day trading, that can go for stocks or crypto. Board 984 was asking about, or was talking about over allocating, and just saying how it's the biggest killer. And they're saying, ask me how we know. I think we've all done that. I know, Amy, you first came in, talking a lot about crypto. You are a crypto analyst. So you also do stocks as well, of course, as we all know, we're making a lot of money off of your stock plays as well. But as someone who's I know there's a lot of new crypto traders. This is still just new in general, but someone who actually knows crypto, what are you allocating as far as your portfolio goes to crypto? Because I know a lot of people are saying all in on this, all in that. But even as a crypto trader, are you all in on crypto?
Well, I used to be all in on crypto. I would say 80% of my wealth that I have acquired since, say, COVID, since I started in the Discord, okay, since let's say from the beginning of 2021, 80% of that did come from crypto. There's a positive and a negative to that. Just recently, there's a lot of FUD in crypto, this and that. However, there's a couple thoughts I have with that in smart investing. First one is, so much crypto holdings are tied up in these exchanges where no one can buy or sell it. I feel like that has created a floor for us in a sense. And I'm not saying we can't go down to 12K on Bitcoin, 13K on Bitcoin, but even if we go down to 13K on Bitcoin, that $3,000 drop, that risk reward, okay, that's an 18% drop from where we're at now. But I also believe we'll be at 50K again, which is a 300% up from where we're at now. So we're talking about a 1 to 30 risk reward there. It's about the math. It's about the sentiment and the math.
Amy, when the wallets open back up and people are allowed to start trading with those funds again, do you think it's going to be a sell as fast as you can to try to recoup, or do you what do you think is going to happen there? Because I'm very interested.
That's a great question, because a few years ago there was a company that had went bankrupt, and I believe they had about 10 million or $100 million worth of Bitcoin. And that Bitcoin, they had a whole restructuring. That Bitcoin, which was considered to be like 20% of the active Bitcoin in the market, was given back to these holders in August from way back in like 2016, 2015. Yeah. And it didn't crash the crypto market. I mean, the crypto, that's where crypto gets a little janky, a little funny, and you have to be very careful when dealing with crypto. It's new. You know, it is. 10 years is new compared to our stock exchange. It's Absolutely. New. And we're learning the flaws as we go. You know, we're learning the flaws. There's something like Solana. We knew $27 was liquidation. So when Solana hit that $27 on this sell-off, Solana had its whole wave of like losing like 50% overnight. And that was just the simple math of that's the liquidation number. And that's what's great about crypto is you get to see every single trade. There's no such thing as we're getting the delayed second quote because we're buying through the big broker and we're getting the little stuff. Like you literally get to see every single wallet, every trade, everything. So the more you research your crypto and truly get a good footing in crypto and understand exactly what it's all about, you know, you have all the tools to know when to kind of sit on the side. But no, I don't think it'll crash the market. If what has happened with the second biggest exchange in the world, if that didn't crash the crypto market more than it did, where we're still at a double bottom from a few months ago, like we're good. I mean, what more could there be? And of course, I know there could be 100 of them.
Yeah, dude, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Right.
But like,
I agree. I mean, I actually think it kind of shows how resilient crypto can be. I'm not much of a crypto trader, but seeing what you guys are doing in Titan really interests me. So I want to jump in there, and I've been watching this very closely. And I agree, it hasn't really dumped much more than it was. I think that shows that it's resilient and it's going to be going up. I also like Coin and Riot and those things, so I'd say you play it always.
Well, we were talking about the bear market. You know how if Bitcoin does go up back to 50K, that's a huge return, even if it does go down to 12K. But David Sapien did bring up a question. This is of course a question that no one actually knows the answer to, but I would love to just get your opinion, Amy, as far as and this is the question that, it's obviously speculation, but David was asking, how long do you think this bear market will last? And then my question as far as that goes is, do you think that the crypto and the stock bear markets are going to be like simultaneously like reversing at the same time, or do you think they're going to kind of be a little bit different?
That's a great question. That's a twofold, because crypto markets shows its strength when it trades independent of the stock market, independent of the SPY. When we had our truly epic crypto runs, if you go back and you backtrack to early last summer through the summer, we were on a massive run in blue chips, and the crypto market sold off the whole summer. And then in the fall, we had our crypto really pop from like October into the end of the year. And this is when the market had started to it was running opposite of each other. And then at the end of 2021, coming into 2022, they synced up and everything went bearish. And that's where crypto shows a little bit of its weakness this year, according to me, in my opinion, because crypto was really strong and really at its girth and movement when it was trading opposite of the market. I'm not talking about the SPY blue chips. It kind of sticks with blue chips. I'm talking about mid-cap tech. I'm talking about our Affirm, our Roblox, stocks like that. When those were downtrending in 2021, crypto was uptrending, vice versa, which kind of gives you a little bit of a feel of where the money's flowing, because it's genuinely the same investors in there. And OTC has been absolutely killed since. It's been a dead OTC market for 2 years because of crypto. It's the higher risk traders. They're not trading OTC, they're trading crypto. And when they weren't trading crypto and they were popping back in the market, it was those kind of more sketchy mid cap, micro cap stuff that was moving.
That's a good point. So another question in the chat, and this has to do with bear markets. And actually, I saw Prime Patrick, you were saying how you love the bear markets, and Amy, you were saying how wealth is made in a bear market. I know a lot of people love the bull markets because everything's going up and this, that, whatever. And kind of like Anonymous actually said, we are so dependent on a bull market that we're not learning anything, and it's the bear markets that told me how to properly trade. And then Jairo Perez says, I appreciate the market being bear because it forces me to learn how to trade effectively. If I can make money during the current market, then I can use those skills in a bull market. So for those who actually are, like we were saying, just getting into the bear market, would you what kind of skills can they learn now they can also implement during that, that big reversal, the big, bull market? And then what would you caution as far as, because, this might be their first reversal to a potential bull market or a potential fake out. What would you recommend to brand new traders? It's like they're just into it. All they seen is down, and they're wary of the bounce because it might not be the bounce. What do you recommend as far as like looking for that confirmation in both crypto, but also just like the market in general?
I'll let you answer first, Patrick. You're the bear.
You're the bear.
You taught me everything I know. Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. I thought that I was a bull for the longest time until we entered into a bear market. I barely traded at all at first because I was terrified, and then I just started shorting things. On a first a weekly, then on a monthly, then on a leap time scale, and I realized that I was doing very, very, very well as a bear, and it was allowing me to start making lists of the things that I wanted to get back into once the market started to turn around. As far as how to enter back in, I mean, I'm not convinced that we're out of a bear market. I'm not convinced that this isn't a short-lived bull rally. That being said, we can play it both ways. And Amy's a much, much, much better bull than I am, and bulls have better profits. But when if I'm going to start going bullish, I'm going to be looking for probably monthlies to 2 weeks out, something like that. And just slowly make sure that I have my stop losses in place and not over allocate. I mean, I don't want to get caught with my pants down like we did in the past.
Amy, and then for you, did you have it?
Look, that's a great question. There's two thoughts to this, because if you go and look at my daily recaps, even in a 2022 that's been extremely bearish overall, 90% of my day trading options has been calls. Mm-hmm. That's identifying your style trading. I'm a much stronger trader, and I can spot much better bounces off a sell-off. And the bounces off a sell-off, you still get the 50%, 70%, 100%, so, and trusting that, because here's the thing, longer the trend, the stronger the trend. The trend is your friend. And what that means is, do not try to predict the reversals. No anticipation, no guessing. Oh, this is the double top. The SPY has to come down here. Oh, we had this day. It has to happen the next day. Wait for your confirmation. And one thing to remember, especially with day trading, this is the number one rule, is to remember the impulse move will kill you. The impulse move is a bear trap, is a bull trap. That first burst of anything, whether it's an equity, it's an option contract, whatever, wait for the pullback. If it's a good trade, that secondary push is going to be the bigger money push anyway. So don't be impulsive.
That is something that, Amy, you've been pounding over my head for literally for 3 years now, and I don't think that we've had more of a clear sign or clear example of that than during the Fed talks. Whenever Powell gets on and talks, the second he starts talking, we see it shoot one, not every time, but almost shoot one way, and I would often go, "Oh my God, this is exciting," and you would pull me back and say, "Stop it, bear." And it's interesting that you can see that happen in real time.
Absolutely. And the second part of that is, if you identify as a better bull trader, find the anti-SPY. So in this kind of market, trade your Walmart, trade your U.S. Steel, your Cleveland Cliffs, your energy, your Enphase, your, Lockheed Martin. There is the anti-bear stocks. And if you are better at identifying uptrend and it's your trading style with going through PBU and identifying what works and doesn't and looking at your past trades, I know I'll trade the anti-SPY. I'll find the things that don't follow the SPY, because then what I love about that is you get to actually play the chart. You're not playing the sentiment. When you do the SPY and Apple and Microsoft and just that big chunk of the most popular options, they all kind of will trade in a chunk. It's more based on sentiment. You're not getting your descending wedges break bullish, your ascending wedges breaking bearish. Like, it breaks all those rules because it's all following the SPY. So when you break out and you find stocks that are the anti-SPY, that don't follow the SPY, that don't follow the Dow, that don't follow, and you trade those, you get to actually play the chart. And that increases because it's math. It's all math, guys. It's probability, it's statistics. And when you do that, you get to use your math skills. You get to use those scenarios where you have, you know the probabilities, you know your stuff. The more you go, instead of having to play that feel and that trend, and that's where you get in trouble.
I know that, with the bounce and waiting for the second bounce, we always say that, a lot of trading is the traders making money off the emotional crowd. Is it kind of fair to say that, like, that first impulse is kind of just like the emotional traders getting all excited, and the second bounce, I guess you can kind of use to see if if that impulse or if that move up or down is actually strong or not, or if it was just like just an emotional impulse? Is that kind of not obviously not from a technical perspective, kind of what's going on there?
Oh, absolutely. I call it the 5 steps of trading a trend-based trade. So you have your impulse move first. That's where you're breaking a trend line. You're popping up over it, and it's usually a very strong, very quick move. You come back, you get your retest. Then you get your consolidation. Are we going to go back into whatever trend it was, whether it was a wedge, a trend channel, whatever it is? You've got that step 3. You've got the consolidation. You don't take the trade till step 4. You don't take that trade until confirmation. You get your impulse move breaking out into something. You've got the retest coming back into it, your consolidation where it's making a decision. That step 4 is your best, cleanest move with the best probability. And then you've got your confirmation, step 5. Patience.
And Board984 said in the chat, they said, shouldn't matter bull or bear market, be a shark and kill them both. And we always say you can be a bull, you can be a bear. There's nothing wrong with being either. Just don't be a pig, because the pig's the ones that get slaughtered. FOMO works both ways. When you're even the market's going up or the market's going down, whether it's I'm too afraid to sell, or sell for a loss, or I'm too afraid to sell because it might keep going up. So it's definitely important to have the trading psychology, which is super important in both bear and bull markets. And GC was answering another question that we had in the PBU homework. It was, what has been the hardest part of trading for you? And GC said psychology, checking all my indicators before jumping and then holding for the big one, only to give it back. And I really like that answer right there. A lot of people, especially in these markets, in the bear market, when there aren't a lot of stocks or crypto going up, and if they don't know how to short, for instance, crypto, they might just hope for that big one, hope for that meme stock to to bring their account up because nothing else is making the money. But in the chat, someone was actually talking about shorting crypto. A couple of the members, it seemed like they didn't realize that was possible. Amy, I know you are our crypto expert. What, like, when it comes to shorting crypto, is it any different than shorting stocks? And how would one get?
Yes and no, because with crypto, and this is part of the whole issue where do we need more, sanctions against, because you can leverage trade crypto. Essentially what leverage trading is you get to choose, like, okay, so we have Bitcoin's at $10,000 and I put in $100 and I do 5x leverage. That would mean for every 1% Bitcoin goes up, I'm actually making 5% because I'm leveraging that money 5 times more than what I am now. And the crypto exchanges you use in the US, you have to go around it. US tries to stop it. You can only leverage trade, I think, up to 10% on Binance. You have to use VPNs, all these things, because you can literally destroy your whole life on one leverage trade. And with Bitcoin and Ethereum, you can leverage trade up to 125x on the exchanges I use. So that literally means for every $1 that stock moves, you're making $125. But there's a downside to that too. The positive in shorting and leverage trading is. With options, you're kind of doing a little of the same. You get expanded amounts of money for the little money you put in. Options contracts lose value as you hold them. That doesn't happen with leverage trading in crypto. So that would be the positive of it.
That's a good point. Yeah, the time decay. Pat,
Amy, would it be safe? I mean, my degen senses are going off right now. That's super exciting. I'm like, what? Go on. But for somebody that's never done that, I'm not familiar with that and savvy at that. Would it be similar? Obviously, not with the same risk or reward, but a similar method of shorting crypto to short a stock like Riot, like Mara, like Coin. Okay.
It's absolutely the same thing, and those crypto stocks do tend to move with the crypto market. However, the crypto stocks like Coinbase have kind of lagged behind a little bit. I think people are really spooked with the exchanges. It didn't move when Bitcoin had a little bit of a push last week. I noticed that.
Yeah, I know that BTCJ on our last PBU live was talking about leverage trading, and as far as new traders, it is very risky. Aren't there two different types of account? Like one's like a isolated and like one's like a margin.
Yes.
I believe is one like better for new traders, like for people who might who don't want to blow their account up, I guess.
Absolutely, because you have one where you're literally risking your entire account on the trade, which means even if you put in $50 into the trade, but you have $5,000 in that account, it'll pull and take that money out of that account the whole time. So you could essentially lose every single thing that you're trading. And then the other one is that it's literally timed where you could only, what you put in your trade is the only thing you lose on that. So that is the difference between isolated and margin.
And which one's the one that you can lose all of it? Was it margin?
Yeah.
Oh, I got
exactly.
You. So isolated is the one where it kind of buffers you, kind of gives you like a safety net almost.
You're isolating your money.
yeah. There you go. Yeah. Isolating your money. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Banana is giving all the compliments in the chat, and it looks like they are also giving compliment to Nikki in our question for PBU Live. They answer the question is, what are you looking forward to learning most in PBU? And Banana says, talking with the staff more, communicating with highly knowledgeable people in the field you want to join is always beneficial and has already had an impact. Heart you, Nikki. That was from Banana.
Doesn't heart Nikki.
I love you too, Banana. That's funny.
And I know, it's true though. Being able to, especially for new traders, being able to talk to people who've done this before and who've been through it before and made the mistakes before is super important. And especially these live streams that we do. I know there's probably some new people here in the YouTube Live with a great turnout. When can they find you if they wanted to find? And by the way, we're not ending the stream. We still have a whole day trading 101 going on in a little bit. But if they wanted to find you, let's just say after the stream, in another type of live stream, where can they find you? I know that Pat and Eamon and Nikki, you all have live streams, PB Lives and stuff going on as well. So I guess starting with Pat, when can they find you? I know you're the Prime Patrick Confessionals, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can honestly find me all the time because when I'm not with my toddler, I'm on Discord, and even then, half the time, I'm addicted to Penny Boys. I'm always around, and honestly, that's what first made me super pumped about Penny Boys when I first joined. Because I had been on a few different groups in the past, and I'd never been to a group that there was literally somebody 24/7 there to help answer any questions. So I do a live stream every Monday and every Wednesday. On Mondays on Facebook, Wednesdays on Discord. But I do pop-up streams, and I whenever Amy lets me steal some sunshine from her, I jump in hers. But I'm an attention. I need the attention, so I'm always around.
And I'm sorry, what days were your weekly ones? The weekly
Monday
streams?
And Wednesday. Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Perfect. And then Amy, as far as your streams go, when can they find you either on YouTube, Discord?
Oh, I'm a chameleon. I'm a pop-up only now. You gotta come find me when I got time. But honestly, I've got a couple things in the works. And then on YouTube, I do a couple day trading videos, super short, 3 to 4 minutes. As far as scheduled streams, I do pop-ups 3 times a week in the Discord. And and I like to do that because being that I day trade this and that, it's when the market strikes me. It's like, I need to talk about this, that we're really having a rough day. We're doing this. SPY looks great to trade. Like today, we popped in there. SPY looked great to trade. We paid in free, guys. If anyone's in free here, check out the streams when you see us pop up. We traded twice this week. We traded SPY for 100%, 60%, 50% live right there in free. So, come when you see Amma Jamma screen sharing, come check it out.
Yeah, that Brian Patrick Confession, the Wednesday one.
Oh,
one
yeah,
of my
you're
last 3 streams.
1000%, right?
No, that one. Well, actually, that was free because it was on Facebook, and then the one before that was a special divvy play on free, 770%. I almost never give them out on free, so that was exciting for me.
That's awesome. No, it's always good, especially when it's like on camera. It's like, look, we actually know what we're talking about. Like, I swear. But yeah, no. So if those of you who are watching, you want to check out more of Amma Jamma. She also does a bunch of YouTube videos. She's like a whole day trading 101 courses on YouTube. We're also gonna be going over that live today. And, as Patrick was saying, we're on Facebook as well. And we do streams in the Discord. Nikki, where can they find you as far as the PBU Live goes?
Where can you find what? I'm sorry. I don't
your PBU Live with Big Daddy NHM?
Yes, we do those on Monday nights at 5:30. Let me just double check the time on that. That is, 7:30. That's 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern.
Gotcha.
And then semester 2, we do the very next night. But when you're in PBU, you only go 1 to 1. Okay. You're either in semester 1 or semester 2. So if you're in semester 1, the first 4 weeks, I want to see you in class, 7:30 p.m. Eastern with me and Big Daddy NHM. And then on Tuesdays, when you are starting week 5 through 8, you'll be with the Swinging Bull. And that's at 6 p.m. Eastern. And he'll take you through the more complex parts of it. Me and Big Daddy will take you through the psychology and the trading plan. And that's the most important part of it. Don't let anyone tell you any different. So semester 1, no matter what, get through that part.
Yeah, no.
And you can focus on the rest. I hope just the same as you did with semester 1. But seriously, if you don't do semester 1, you'll have to learn the hard way. And we've made it where you don't need to learn the hard way.
Yeah, no, that was my mistake was when I first got into trading, I went right to the YouTube videos for how to read the RSI or how to read the MACD, and I thought that I knew everything about trading because I knew how to read an RSI. I could buy at 30 and sell at 70. I'm a genius. That's not the case, especially in a market like this. So no, that's why we do specialize or focus on the first month of PBU is trading psychology, trading plan, and really just getting a base, for trading because that is really important. And then you can learn all the charts. But let's, we do love our members. Before we get into our day trading with Amma Jamma, I wanted to go over our members of the week. But before we even do that, we have a great turnout. So let's give away some credits. This is credits. So this isn't like a discount code or anything. This basically just goes right into your PB account. You can use it for any of the services, Rest and Retire, which is our long-term plays. You can use it for Titan Trading, our sister Discord, where we do crypto leverage trading. And there goes my camera. It does it like every 30 minutes. Like, I don't know why. But yeah, we have Titan Trading with crypto leverage trading. We also, Nikki, I know you know all of our products. What else do we got going on besides Rest Retired? We have Titan Trading. We got all of our packages for our trading class.
Like Patrick.
Well. There you go. I need to get like a PB. We need the PB beanies.
Trade the same.
Yes.
We look the same.
You know it.
Text alerts. That's another thing.
Yep.
Look above, they're dressed the same. Look below, we're dressed the
Oh
same.
yeah. We got. Oh no, there it is. I'm like in the wrong side of the screen.
Yeah, we also have text alerts. Don't forget that. Like that makes some people's life easy. But I do want to point out, like, in my opinion, those would be for intermediate, at least trader. Excuse me, because it does not come with the Discord. It doesn't come with hanging out with me all day. So like, why would you want to do that? Just come to the Discord.
Right.
But no, you get education and help and live streams and live trading and just so much more. But if you're busy and you just want text alerts because you know what you're doing, we can give you that too. We've got something for everybody.
Yeah, no, some people just prefer to have the alerts just text their phone, not to worry about Discord or whatever. But then people who do like Discord, we do have the premium service as well. We get all of our alerts, from Amma Jamma, Patrick, and we have a whole bunch of other shot callers as well who are not here with us right now on the stream. But you get all those as well as the live. We have some premium live streams. We have our Penny Boys University course, this is the PBU, which is Penny Boys University live class. We're going over some members of the week, a whole bunch of fun that you can get involved. The description of this video has all the links. But like I said, let's do some giveaways. This goes to, and actually speaking of the PB hoodie, I know I was talking to Austin and Nick. We do plan on soon getting some more merch drops going on. I would love to get a PB the beanies going on. Let us some PB beanies, and those credits will eventually go towards hopefully go towards merch. So that's another good reason to kind of like stack up these PB University credit points that you get on these PB Live giveaways. But let's just do this is gonna be a random one, $30 PB credit, and it's gonna be somebody in the YouTube chat. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do a random one, scrolling. And Melissa, I just scrolled too fast. Melissa Murdoch, congratulations. I'm gonna pop your name on the screen. There it is. Melissa Murdoch, congratulations. You have won $30 credit to your PB account. And now we're going to be giving away a $35 credit, and this is going to go towards all of our members of the week. So anyone who wins member of the week, you also be getting $35 credit to your PB account as well. Starting with our first one, what's going on, Four Kings? Look like you made it. Our first one, I believe they're actually in the chat right now in the YouTube. It's Sailor Brown, been here since August 11th, 2022, so a relatively new member. But all went through the courses, is currently an alumni. And I saw them in the chats a lot, and I believe it was Stock Talk, or it was maybe the live stream chat. I believe they were asking some great questions. I wanted to give them a shout out, and make sure to make a support ticket, tag myself, What the Duck on the Discord to get your $35 credit to your PB account. Anything y'all want to say about Sailor Brown? We'll start with Nikki.
The interaction I see. I mean, when people come into the Discord, they can be nervous to ask questions, and they'll say things like, sorry for the noob question or something to that effect. And it's like, trust me, as admins, we don't think of it as a newbie question. We think of it as like, cool, someone's learning. They're telling me what they need to know. That makes my job much easier, because then I can give you the information, and we're both going to grow that way. So you can DM me if you don't want to ask something in the chats. That's perfectly fine. Just ask.
Yeah, there's no such thing as like being a
So
bot
that's
or asking.
exactly. I know Sailor Brown will do that. They'll ask. So I appreciate and totally respect that. I want more people to do that.
Awesome. And once again, congratulations to Sailor Brown 79, who is in the chat. Congratulations, Sailor. You won $35 credit, which can go towards any of our products or hopefully eventually merch. I can't wait to get a PB alumni hoodie or something going on like that. But so congratulations, Sailor Brown. That's our PB alumni of the week. Next up is our member of the week for December. And that is going to be Odoff 654. There are a Penny Boys University December member, been with us since December 30th of 2021. So they've been here for a little bit now.
Yeah.
I know that you Prime Patrick and Nikki and Amy, you probably ran into them in the chats.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
the live streams. What do you think about Odoff?
Odoff was in my stream last night. We were having a great time. It was me, Pookie. Actually, it was a bunch of us. Odoff's great. Funny, good trader. I haven't engaged with them too crazy often, but I do watch them talk quite a bit. And not only do they have a good head on their shoulder, but they're always trying to help other people, which is cool. And that's honestly something that I really, really, really like about the Discord is you don't have a lot of that out there where people are just out for their own selves or trying to mess around with other people. I mean, Odoff's one of the good ones, so congrats.
Right, and a lot of Discords you go to, it's like whoever's the smartest, is like the best. And here, that's like not the case. We don't congratulations, things, but it's about who you are as a person that really matters here at Penny Boys.
I pride myself on how dumb I am.
I know we're all learning. It looks like Four Kings just made it to the chat, and they made it just in time for our PBU November member of the month.
Four Kings.
Yeah, they looks like they just got in here. I made it 6:42, so like 3 minutes ago. That's awesome. So congratulations to Four Kings. You are a PBU November member of the month. Make sure to make a support ticket, tag myself. And next up is our free member, God, wasting life away in their About Me. Well, hopefully you could join us and start making some money, making some bread, or at least is getting that education. So you just joined us today, actually. So so welcome to the Discord, or welcome to the live stream, and we hope to see you in our premium Discord soon. Make sure to make a support ticket. But that is that as far as the slide. Oh, that is not that as far as the slides go. We do have one more, and this actually has to do with day trading. So next week is PBU Charting 102 for our November members. Any miscellaneous questions regarding charting? They asked, Ghost3337 asked, what is the best candle time frame for charting while day trading? And I just want to get into day trading in general, Amy. When it comes to day trading, a brand new person, the first thing they hear on YouTube is someone telling them how day trading is so risky. Day trading is so risky. Don't day trade, just invest. But then they look at the market, everything's going down. They don't, I don't want to invest in that right now. So it's someone who actually wants to get into day trading and doesn't want to just hear it's risky all the time, wants to figure out how to manage that risk. What would you recommend?
Well, first of all, with the time frames, I like to take entry if I'm day trading options or screaming hot like top moving equity trade. I like the 1 minute chart for entry, and I flip to that 5 minute chart after the fact. Because here, let me pop my screen up real quick. I'm gonna show you guys. So like on a 1 minute chart, I've got this AMC up here right now. So if you pop on a 1 minute chart, like on the 5 minute chart, you could see you would hold this trade pretty much all the way up in here. But when you put it something on a 1 minute chart, you can get shook out so often on these trades that I think it causes people to overreact. Like little candles like this and this and this. People just end up overreacting to it. And I just, so, and then 15 minutes. And it's like, I start at the beginning and move out. Start at the 1 minute, but also when I'm charting to decide if I'm entering a play or to establish the trend zones I'm looking at, I like the 15-minute chart and I like 2 weeks. So just about like this right here. And then I move in from there. I'll start the 1 hour, the 15-minute. And then once I'm ready to take the trade, I pop in the 5 minute and the 1 minute for taking the trades. Speaking of, I have an exclusive day trade for everybody for tomorrow. AMC has a couple little indicators I absolutely love right here. So, I measured, we're making a measure moves of fibs. When you're looking, you think it was too late for a trade, this and that. Pop a fibs from the bottom of the move to the top, which I did right here. We're looking for a golden fib zone. This is where we want to see a pullback to, is between your 50 and your 618 golden, which is right here. So we're hanging out in that zone right here. Plus, you can see higher low here than here. Whereas down on our RSI, we have it's higher here. So we have bullish divergence as well. So AMC is one that it's setting up, it's whispering it wants to continue tomorrow. That doesn't mean buy right now. Wait for the breakout of the next level up. So I'm giving you the green light on AMC above 837. And I really do think we can break above that 915 if we get up there. Do not touch it before that. You want to make sure it at least breaks one stepstone back up. And then at that point, I think we're good. We're golden. The volume's there. The volume started curling back up at the end of the day. We've got the bullish divergence, and we're hanging it right at that golden fibs from our breakout today. So a little exclusive trade for y'all.
So really quick, if you could just go back to that, for people who are relatively new to charting, the fibs, when it comes to fibs, how do you know which low point and then which high point to go to as far as that goes?
For me personally, unless something is absolutely blasting pre-market like your equities, but for options, I don't really want to draw that fibs with the pre-market. I want to start the low after the market opens of the day to the high point. So if I'm drawing a fibs on something uptrending, I'm going to draw from the low to the high. We're measuring the uptrend. If I'm measuring something downtrend to try to get that like dead cat bounce sell off, we're measuring it down. So on the flip, the same chart, you could delete your fibs here and we could measure that downtrend move and we could pop that fibs up from the top down and we could look and we know once we establish that zone, we get that dead cat bounce, which is our 20.23 or 236 right here. So we know that, even in a dead trade, we're going to get a little bit of a bounce 9 out of 10 times a day. So, but on an uptrend, we're looking for, and this is like one of the biggest things I talk about truly is the bull traps occur when we don't get enough pullback. So for me, I switch my little settings here. I go to my proportions. I don't want this 236 on the uptrend. I want the 12.5. All right, we're switching that. And what we're doing is we have a no zone. What the no zone means, you do not touch this trade in this area. This is nope. This is where you get set up. This is your bull trap right here. I don't care. If something pulls back further than that 12.5 fibs and higher than that 38.2, I will go on to the next trade. Who cares if it blasts again? I want to see that thing either stay up in this area here or I want it to pull back at least to that 50 fibs. This is our golden zone. We want to see it break back up. So on something like this, you're taking the trade again above that 38.2.
So that golden zone is almost like the area where the pullback, like it's like a safe pullback area almost, as opposed to like just like another quick bounce or this, that, whatever. And what were the percentages that you use for the golden zone?
The 50% to the 618. The golden fibs in trading is 618. I want to see the pullback at least to that 50. So this, where this orange box is the zone we want to see. Ideally, a day trade pullback at least to that. Of course, it could pull back deeper, but I want to see it pull back at least to there. If we pull back more than that, just that little bit, that 12 and a half.
I like that the no zone. That's a great thing to have in the arsenal. That's perfect.
Do not touch, because that's where you get a lot of bull traps. You'll get a little bit of a peak of a push, and then it won't move, and just things like that. Like, let's look for example. We could cross test it right on this chart. So our first breakout of the day was from our bottom here to the top right here. Here was our first run of the day. And do you see how it pulled back to that 0.50? I'm a little off actually. This needs to be here, because you want to make sure it's correct. All right, there, and then pull this back to where it is. Okay, so you can see where I say I want to see it pull back at least at 0.50. That's literally exactly where it pulled back to. So we got enough of that pull back to slingshot forward again. And if you measure the move here, another little tip trick, measured moves. So our move was approximately this length for our first move. You measure the move again. So our pullback was here, the length, not like the angle, but the length. So if I straighten this out, we had almost to the dot the same measured move from our low of the first push to the high, and then the low of the second push to the high. So that's another little trick to know where you would expect to see some pullback again. And I'm telling you guys all the tips and tricks. So I need to start being quiet. You guys won't come join the Discord.
I'm writing all of these things down. I'm learning right now.
This is what PBU Live is for, is to show that what type of education that we provide in the premium Discord. But it's safe to say that when you had that, you saw that golden zone, hit the golden zone, but then you didn't just stop there and say, oh, I'm gonna this is a buyer, this is a seller. You also were looking at the divergence. So it seems like when it comes to the fib, the golden zone, is it strictly are there other indicators you look for, like divergence?
Absolutely.
Or is it only divergence, or anything else as well?
Volume is king of momentum trading. Volume is king. These candles tell a story. Every single candle tells a story. I knew right here that this was going back up. One candle. Because when I compare that candle to our volume, when we see this massive sell-off, look at how much volume we have down here, okay? So we see this massive sell-off with high volume. This next candle, we got our inverted hammer candle, low volume. What does that tell me? It tells me if we get even a little bit of volume start to come in or sustain the volume we're at now, that we're going to start uptrending. And sure enough, we just kept moving on up.
And Jairo Perez had a great question, because I know for this example, and this is the thing with stock trading, it's so confusing sometimes. Like for this example, for instance, the fib lines we started at the beginning of the trading day because it happened to be the low point. But so Jairo's asking, when it comes to fib retracements, are you looking at the lowest point from the uptrend, or do you just place it at the beginning of the day? It's not just the beginning; they just happen to be that for this instance, correct?
This instance, correct. But if we're going to our top movers of the day, so if I pop my chart on here and we go to like the 1 day, so these are today's in this VAPO, we can't start this at the beginning of the day because it was already having actually this one had kind of a crappy pre-market. We want to see. I want to find one that had like where most of the move was pre-market, and it's not going to show me. So something like this maybe. Hold on, none of these. Okay. So this might be a good example. Like we could see the move. It wasn't just spotty candles throughout pre-market. We could see that this move kind of did start pre-market. So on something like you want to go where you can see that momentum starting to kick in. So on this one here, we want to, so like in this area here, it would be our low. So I'm going to go just this low candle here, and we're going to go up. And in here again, we hit our golden zone. We hit where we didn't go all the way back to that 0.625 or 618, but we did dip below that 0.50. So that gives me the green light, and that tells me, so tomorrow this could be a fantastic trade. All right, because what this is telling me is pre-market tonight before we close. We're actually still open for a few more minutes.
I just saw that move. I'm like, wait, what time is it?
Yeah. So I'm like, it feels so late to me.
I know,
so this
right?
is telling me.
I've really been trading this whole time you're talking. I'm like,
Nice. So like for something like this, I want, but you know, you want to see the confirmed uptrend. You can't just say, "Oh, we're at the golden fibs, we're good to go." You have to look at your volume, your RSI, all these type of things. So like the screen line I drew, if we can break up over, you know, that 444 area, I think we can get another continuation here because we did pull back to where I wanted to see it pull back to, and you know, we'll go from there. So it depends. It's just where the move is, because the reason I didn't do that with AMC is it was a very scattered, sketchy pre-market. It didn't really represent the measured move we're looking for, because this was, you know, pre-market. This was just kind of just trading sideways, not a lot of volume. So I went to that low candle at open today.
So how do you tell the difference? Because I know that, you know, people talk about scalping and then they talk about, like, you know, day trading. How do you tell the difference between a trade that's going to be a scalp and the trade that's going to be, like, you know, maybe a little bit longer, or just scalps just turn into day trades?
It depends. I mean, honestly, I call it stair stepping up all the time. What the chart tells me. So for a chart like this, you know, at AMC, I'm watching this today. Actually, let me go back to that. Uh, what was the Armed? That's the one I had up. All right. So like a chart like this tells me, you know, say I took this pre-market. So you can see pre-market, we had that breakout, we came back down and we kind of traded in this area. You've got different things you're looking for that confirmation to take the trade, but it depends on the continuation. So if we take the trade in this area here, once we start to pull back and we lose that trend of like stair steps up, we're done. So like a trade like this, you know, we would have, it's actually kind of a crappy chart for an example. Here's a good one. All right, here we go. So like a chart like this, you can literally see where we had just higher level here and then a higher level here. Every pullback, we never pulled back and lost that zone before it, which tells me like we're continuation the whole time. So every time we have a little bit of a pullback, we're not losing the trend. We're not losing that uptrend. So that's where I would, you know, that's where I'm in the trade. I might scale out of 75% of my position and keep a little bit in. And then now, okay, we pulled back one level, but if we took the trade in this area here, why are we going to abandon the trade just because we took one step back? Okay. I wouldn't take the trade here. We didn't have enough of a pullback to denote taking that trade, but it doesn't mean I have to leave because we could just push right back up. It's
Gotcha.
literally just the stair step up that I'm looking for, and that continuation of the pattern and the trend.
We've got orientation starting in 2 minutes.
Gotcha. Yeah. So we will wrap this up. Meanwhile, Amy is dropping some amazing knowledge, and meanwhile, Nikki, you are scaring the hell out of babies apparently with your alarms.
I know, I'm still up. I'm so sorry. And some members too.
Yeah. Anybody in the chats have any questions before we wrap this up as far as day trading goes? And Amy, anything else that you wanted to go over really quickly before before the new member orientation?
Watch out that AMC tomorrow. You might get it here first. I really actually like where it's at. I want to see that break over that 830 level for some volume coming in. Because AMC, I mean, if you look at this, or GameStop, if you look at this on the daily chart, this is where you would see those kind of breakouts. It's what we're looking for. Love to see it, you know. And I mean, overall, that 833, this high wick here, you break over that, I think we really get a strong push, and we could even test, you know, up to $10 an hour, or $10, not an hour. Sorry, it's been like 18 hours of work today. And that's about it. Patience. Take that extra step. Don't overreact. If you lose a trade, do not take another day trade while emotional. So critical.
No, especially with day trading, you know, it's like swing trading, but like on steroids. It's so much faster pace. It's so easy to let your emotions get the best of you. So now, trading psychology is definitely step one when it comes to trading in general, but especially day trading. But when it comes to day trading, I had one last question, but now I lost what it was. While I think of it, let's do that giveaway really quickly, though. I know that we had one more giveaway to do. This is a $35 credit to your PB account. And this one is going to go to, just spinning a wheel here, it's going to Kickin' Ass. Congratulations to Kickin' Ass. You have won a $35 credit to your account. Just make sure to make sure to write a support ticket and tag myself, What the Duck, on the Discord, and we will get you hooked up with that prize. And these prizes can go towards premium memberships. And speaking of which, like this right here, just being able to chat with Amy and just hear, just watch like her go over these charts, and this is huge. And this is like that's literally that's why premium is so so amazing, because you get to have the access to Amy's pop-up streams. And then I know Patrick, you have your streams as well as Nikki, myself. But Amy's been doing this for like Patrick was saying, we all learn from Amy. So when it comes to day trading, trading in general,
yeah. I mean, I make no mistake of that. Amy has picked me up and dusted me off many times.
You guys all do the same for me. So.
Well, if any of y'all want to join the premium, if you have any questions about what it is, how it works, check out the YouTube. There is an intro to Penny Boys section in there, as well as in our Discord. Definitely check out the Discord. There is a free area in the Discord. You get free alerts. I know Patrick and Amy are talking about. I know Patrick got like that 1,000 runner, 700% runner. Amy always has like a couple 100 or 200 or 500% going on. I always see it on Instagram on the posts. But definitely be sure to check that out, just so you can see what we're about. Obviously, I don't want to ever tell anyone like, oh, we know what we're talking about. Clearly, Amy's an amazing trader, but I don't want anyone to ever put their hard-earned money that they work hard for into something they don't fully know about. So that's why we have the free trading classes, like around 15 of them, so you can see what our handouts are like, the PDF handouts for each class, which is just like our PBU, our university. We have handouts and videos. So check it all what it's all about, as well as the community. But yeah, I know we had that free member orientation. If you are new, just join the Discord. Be sure to check that out. Nikki, how can people join the free member orientation right now? I guess it's about to start.
Yes, it's about to start. It's not free. It's for new members.
Oh, new members. Gotcha. Members.
New member orientation. And we're going to show you around the Discord. There is a member orientation voice channel. If you don't see that channel, please send me a DM and I will give you the role that allows you to. You don't have to be new to come to this. It's fine. You can all come. Just shoot me a DM. I'll make sure you get the welcome role.
Gotcha. This is for
and Bull leads it, and it's super informational, and you can ask anything. It's not as much about stock trading per se as it is about how to find your way around the Discord, how to know what channel is going to get you the alerts that fit your plan, and anything about the shot callers you want to know, because they are different from one another. Thank goodness, right? Something for everyone as far as their styles go. And so
Amy and I look real different.
We're going to spend a lot of time on PB's channel showing you.
So. Amy, give me a 5 minute.
The dogs.
I don't know what I'm doing.
She's
my
whining.
green screen
She's
cuts me off, so I can't.
She said, "Mom, you've been at this computer since 4 a.m. I am dying now."
Amy's been working for 28 hours today, so
upstairs crying. So
my stomach is doing that for me. It's like, hello, you should have eaten like for lunch and breakfast. It's like I've been working, but no, I totally get that, and and Nikki is 100% right. All the shot callers are different. Every trader is different. So, if you find yourself struggling in trading, it's not because you're a bad trader. It might just because you might not be trading the right asset, the right plan, or the right schedule, whatever it may be. We're here to help you with that. We hope to see you next time. We do these weekly, our PBU lives. But as always, until then, we hope that you all make some bread.